Hi, Steve Finn, and I'm going to talk today about the possibility of outsourcing your franchisee training or your licensee training. So this is something that can really help you grow. It's as a franchise or as a license to be able to get more people to join you, join your brand, join your model. And I'll show you why. The reason is because if you're doing all your training in-house, right? You've got your own training people and your own training facilities and everything. It's actually a lot of resources that need to go into it. Huge amount. So if you can find a better way to be able to have it so that your people are still trained, they still find out what they need to be able to find out, particularly in the early days or when something new is introduced, if you can find a better way and save yourself half of that money or a quarter of that money, you can channel that money into other things and other marketing efforts or other efforts that are going to help you grow this side of your business and get more people to join you. So for example, you might have $100,000 or $200,000 that goes into this area of your business. Might be a lot more, but we'll call it $100,000 to $200,000. If you can restructure and do things differently, outsource some of your training and just bring people in as needed. Now the training might be a bit more generic and not totally specific about you guys, but a little bit more generic for new people who are new to the industry, for example. That's okay. You just bring them in as needed for that, and you do your training, 4 times a year or however often you do it, and you just bring them in as needed. They deliver their part of the content, and you pay them, $1,000 for the day or $2,000 for the day or whatever it is. But overall, you might have been spending $100,000 or $200,000. You can probably save half of that, and then you can put $100,000 that can go into other things to be able to help grow. Because I can tell you, if you put $100,000 into growing as a group and bringing more people on, you're going to bring on anywhere between $100,000. You're going to bring on anywhere between probably 3 and 10 people, new people that help you grow. And now you've grown your revenue base, and that's fairly fixed. Then it happens sort of every month and every year. So you're much better off. Plus, it's heaps easier to run. So it's just a matter of changing what you deliver training content on, improving a lot of your video content and a lot of your online content and resources that are available there. And I think overall you get a much better result. And that's how you can that's what you can do. The key to it is outsourcing parts of it to people who are experts in that field, and that might be a little bit more generic. So for example, I'll use a coffee business for example. You might have someone who trains, here's the way we make our coffee. Well, what you can do is rather than have that person who does all that, you get someone who's a coffee trainer in general, you bring them in and they say, here's how you make a coffee, So, and they might put a little twist on it for you as to how you kind of like to do it. So that's just a small example as to what you can do. Because a lot of training's generic really, I think anyway. Sales training, marketing training, operational training. Most of what we're doing, we're not reinventing the wheel. There's been plenty of other businesses that are out there in the independent space that do what most of us do anyway. So I hope that helps.